we're doing a redo of Staball 6.5, and you're going to have to excuse the wind, and sorry for the sound quality. But here we go. So starting at the minimum charge, 39.5, all the way to near max at 42.7. Just kind of extrapolating because these are Speer 175 grain Grand Slams. CCI 34 primers with Norma brass that's been neck turned. And also, I have 3 shots of a load I worked up in the middle of winter, and I wanted to see how well it would do in the summer. And I can already tell you it's going to be great. That said, let's walk down to the range because I already fired my shots. Nothing worrying on the primers. However, I think I'm going to grant myself a mulligan because I always make a comment about how Staball is a really dirty powder. But when you see something like this also means that the brass isn't expanding to its full amount. And considering that pretty much all the rest of them stop right at the shoulder junction, yeah, I'm not sure what happened here. It's the same brass. I must have put a lighter charge in there because basically I'm admitting I probably did a mistake because none of the other ones, even the lightest charges, are like that. Some have a little bit around the shoulder, but whatever. Anyway, let's go check those targets. Well, we're finally walking up to these. Now, why do I say a redo? It's because the first time I covered Staball 6.5 was with my military surplus rifle. And, well, the thing's battered all to hell, and things didn't do well. So I said, you know what? Both to do 6.5 Staball justice, as well as Speer Grand Slams, we're going to redo it, but with this new semi-custom rifle. Anyway, see these right here? This is actually just under a 1/4 inch group. It was 0.23. I'll show you the Range Buddy analysis that I did. And in the winter, when it was storming out, I did just over a 1/2 inch. So this is during the summer. So good job, Staball. I mean, definitely, that's awesome. This is the minimum charge for the Speer Grand Slams. And then we go down, over, so on and so forth. So you can see, I will tell you straight up, we're zeroed for a 150 grain bullet. This is shooting, about 2.5 inches down. So they want a group here. So this isn't too bad with the exception of that flyer. This is somewhere around here. This charge weight, which would have been around just under 40 grains. Yeah, that's the scatter node, definitely. Because these are not so great groups at 2 inches. Now we go to our 4th group here at 40.07. And I'm going to go ahead and call it at 1 inch. Give or take. So, hey, not bad. Notice how we still have the main grouping there, and then we still have a couple flyers. So I suspect this is a seating depth problem. I'm not going to tune it more than that, honestly. Next charge up, so this would have been 41.1. We got some vertical stringing there with this outlier. And then we go to almost horizontal stringing. The groups it did get a little bit smaller. This is like, what, 1.5 inches? And then here, it tightens up again, but really it's not too much better. This is, I don't know, let's say 1.25 inches, a little over 1 inch, whatever. We have 2 overlapping, but otherwise right there. Now this one there, it's a pulled shot, but we got to count it. And it's still not a terrible group. It's under 2 inches. I like the look of it a lot better, especially the way the bullets make holes in paper. That's kind of a weird esoteric thing, but whatever. And then our final charge, definitely not good. We're back to the horizontal stringing, and I think this is a twofer again, because it looks a little bit more broad than the rest. And otherwise, yeah, that's wicked. That's nasty. That's gross. I do have a little bit of room to grow. So in terms of powder charge, I'm not going to bother though. Also keep in mind, I pointed out that one of them I kind of loaded wrong. Who knows which one of these it actually was, but either way, like even if you take away that one, the outlier, that's still like 2 inches. I'm not the most impressed. So definitely this, let's see, this 40.7 1-inch group, not bad. For this rifle, anything under an inch, for me, in my hands, in my humble abilities, is good. These over there, ignore. That's another test, another load worker, whatever. So let's take a step back. And talk a little bit about the accuracy expectations for this rifle. This is my semi-custom, my ER Shaw Mark 7. I have a 5x20 scope. This is 100 yards, and I am using both the front and a rear rest. So I feel like this is pretty close to the best I can do, like in all earnestness. Maybe in the future I'll be able to do better, but at least I found the capabilities of this rifle and the capabilities of me. I'm very happy with that. My expectations for this rifle, anything under an inch I consider good. Anything under a half inch I consider fantastic. I have been noticing that between 1 and 2 inches for I don't say an undeveloped load is actually pretty commonplace. And then when you have things that are going really wrong, definitely above 3 inches, or like this one looks. So yeah, this is the redo of Staball 6.5. I'm really glad I did this because I felt like with that old military surplus rifle, I definitely did not do the powder or the bullet justice, and now I feel like I did both. Hope you guys enjoyed.